Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, my dear students. How are you? Everything okay? Here is general science subject, grade 4. We are studying unit 4, living thing and their environment. Yes, my dear students, today our topic is energy for living things, page 35. So all living things need energy, and they all obtain their energy from the food. So food provides the body with energy. Food is needed for the growth and repair of damaged parts. So we need food to stay healthy. So my dear students, energy for living things. So all living things need energy, and they obtain energy from food. And plants mainly the main source of energy. So food is needed for the growth and repair of the damaged parts of the animals. And animals mainly get their food from the plants. And from where does the plant get their food? Plants make their own food by the process of photosynthesis. So photosynthesis is the main process of making the food in the plants. So let's see first what is photosynthesis and how the plant make their own food by this process in the presence of sunlight. Yes, my dear students, so energy for living things. So from where does the energy come from? By the process of photosynthesis. You can see here the process of photosynthesis. So photosynthesis is the process of making food for the plant. So plant leaves get carbon dioxide gas from the air directly from the air, you can see here, and water from the roots, and sunlight. In the presence of sunlight, you can see the yellow color, the sunlight, and in the presence of sunlight, carbon dioxide and water, these all mix together and form the food, and that food is called sugar. And in this process, the oxygen gas is also taken out into the environment by the process of photosynthesis. So sugar and oxygen are the main product of the process of photosynthesis. So this photosynthesis is used to make the food for animals, for both animals and plants. So plants also use some of this energy in their process. My dear students, you can see here the clear picture of photosynthesis. Once again, the roots, blue roots, get minerals and salt and water from the soil absorbed by these roots and provided to the leaf in the presence of sunlight and carbon dioxide gas and one of the green pigment which is present in the leaves of the plants, that is called also the chlorophyll. So these all make the food for the plant and animals. So sugar is produced, sugar in the form of glucose, and sugar produced in the process of photosynthesis, which is stored in both leaves, root, and even the stem. So this energy is used to make the food of the plant, and this food is also taken by the animal as well. My dear students, all the green plants are called producers. So green plants are called producers. Why they are called producers, my dear students? Think. Why the all green plants are called producers? Why? Yes, because they make their own food. So that's why all green plants are called producers. They make their own food, and they use sunlight to make food by a process called photosynthesis. So all the green plants are called producers. My dear students, energy for living things. So animals are called consumers. So all the animals are called consumers. So animal, even the human being, cannot make their own food. So animals and human beings cannot make their own food, so they are called consumers. So my dear students, the animals and even the human cannot make their own food, so they are called consumers. So my dear students, what are consumers and why they are called consumers? Yes, think why they are called consumers. Yes, because they obtain energy from plants by eating them. So consumer are those animals, even the human being also included in the consumers. So those animals which cannot make their own food, they are called consumers because they obtain food and energy from the plants by eating them. So they are called consumers. Even the human being, we are the consumers. We eat plants and cannot make their own food. We get energy and food from the plants indirectly. My dear students, here is the next category of animals that are called decomposers. So what are decomposers? So microorganisms that are very small, tiny, such as bacteria and fungi, feed on dead plants and animals. So these microorganisms, tiny, small microorganisms, are called decomposers. So decomposers include bacteria, mainly bacteria which are present in the soil. So these decomposers play an important role in the decomposition of animal and plants. My dear students, here is another example of decomposer. So what are decomposers? The small microorganisms such as bacteria. So these bacteria, you can see here, these are the bacteria. These bacteria feed on dead plants and animals, and by the process of decomposition, they release special chemicals from the dead organisms. These chemicals absorb into the soil and have to keep the soil fertile. So in this way, the soil becomes fertile and the microorganisms play an important role to make the soil fertile. So these microorganisms are called decomposers. Here is another example of decomposer. So microorganisms such as bacteria and fungi feed on dead plants and animals and decompose them into simple substances. And these microorganisms play an important role in the decomposition of dead animals and plants. My dear student, here is you can see another example of decomposer animals. So these microscopic organisms, they are called decomposers. So they feed on dead plants and animals and release chemicals from the dead organisms. And these dead organisms decompose into simple substances. And the chemical release is absorbed into the soil and make the soil fertile. So these decomposer animals play a very important role in the environment. Any question, any problem, my dear students? Thank you.